Hey, Adam Dukes here. Welcome to Dadpreneur episode number 46. Got a little different background, a little change the angle. I have this very, very nice, expensive um, video camera stand. It's an old ladder that's probably about 25 or 30 years old with 19,000 colors of paint on it. Excuse me, I like to keep it custom here. So I changed the background a little bit to the bookshelf and my Entourage poster, the movie and the TV show. Maybe you can have it all is what it says on there, and that is kind of my quote I love looking at. I actually crossed out the maybe, so it says you can have it all. So just changing up the scenery just a bit. But I had a guy email me. He's a teacher in, God, I think it was, he's on the East Coast somewhere. I can't remember exactly where. He's a teacher. He is looking to start up a little side hustle business. And he had read a story last week on the Washington Post saying that there are a lot of kids in schools, I think this is nationwide, it wasn't just in the DC area, that kids are suffering, their grades are suffering because teachers are missing class. It's the other way around. I thought kids would be suffering, them missing class, but it's actually the teachers for whatever reason. He didn't get into the details about it. I didn't read the article myself, just going by kind of what he told me. And he had said, he assumed, I should say, that he assumed that there are a lot of teachers looking for like driving Uber and looking for some side hustle money, delivering pizzas maybe, because obviously a teacher's salary isn't probably isn't what it should be. Not going to get into that whole open that can of worms, but isn't where it should be. So for some reason, it sounds like the teachers are taking time off, and then the kids are suffering. I don't know how this is allowed. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't read the article, but he's looking to start a little side hustle business and eventually quitting the teacher job and going all in with the side hustle business. So he was asking about starting a Shopify store. Then he also asked about, he does have some online marketing experience. He was asking about teaching other teachers of an online marketing skill, because like I said, he assumed there's quite a few teachers that are looking for, he said thousands of teachers are looking for side hustle money, side money. So what I told him and this is a very, very common question from people. I helped a guy, he was a police detective in Connecticut, I believe it was, about 4 months ago. He was looking to start something similar. He was going to train people coming into the police academy, new college grads. So what I told this guy from Connecticut and what I told this teacher earlier today, and what I tell just about anyone is when they say, I want to start an online business, but they don't know how to start it. And like my advice is always the same. It doesn't matter what industry you're in or what industry you're looking to get in. It could be weird, mainstream, it doesn't matter. My advice is first, I think you should create a website, a blog. This can be done very, very low cost. This can be done free. And start putting out content. And if you don't even want to create a blog, you could use a site like medium.com. You can write on there. You could use, what's the other one? Tumblr is another one. I think people still use that. I'm not sure. I don't use it. WordPress is free. A website, you can look up YouTube tutorials. That's kind of how I got started. But I'd start putting out content. And you could do video content like Facebook live streams. You could just do YouTube videos. You could do written content if you're a better writer. If you're good on video, obviously do video. Most people are scared of video. You could do some audio trainings. There's plenty of apps on your phone where if you're out and about and you get a thought, you could record an audio on your phone and then you could upload it to your website as well. Or you could use something like SoundCloud. It's kind of like YouTube but for audio, and you could create a channel on there and just with, I know some people that do pretty well with, just have a bunch of audios. It's kind of like a podcast in a way. You could have a podcast uploaded to iTunes. I think you could do that relatively cheap. So you could do blogging, Medium. You could use LinkedIn. They have articles. I think even Facebook has instant articles, or I know they do. I'm not too sure how it works, but you basically use Facebook kind of like your blog, so you wouldn't have to pay any money. So that would be the written way to get out your content. Again, your own website, Medium, Facebook, LinkedIn, Tumblr was the other one I talked about. You could do audio. SoundCloud is the one I know. I'm sure there's other ones. You could also start a podcast, again, relatively cheap, and you're putting out just content and share and try to build a community of like-minded people around you. Or you could go to the third one and use video. Facebook live stream like I'm doing. You could use Periscope. I don't know the other the video live streams. I think these are the two popular ones, but these are the two popular ones you could use. You could do, YouTube Live is the other one. I think they went Google Hangouts turned to YouTube live, you could use that, or you could just do YouTube videos. You know, they don't have to be live videos, because live can be kind of scary. You know, you're worried about people coming on live and that. So you could just record the videos. You could use your phone. You could use the computer, the camera on your computer if you have one. Start recording content. So that's 3 different ways you could do content. Written word with, I think I gave you 5 or 6 different choices. Audio, I gave you a couple choices, and then video, I think I gave you 2 or 3 different choices. You could do all 3 of those. I would recommend just doing one. If you're better at writing, do that. If you're better at talking, you got a good voice, do that. If you're good at video, do that, you know. So I'd say choose one of those avenues and do that, and do it consistently. I recommend doing it daily. It's not easy, but if it's something you're passionate about, if it's a side hustle business, you got to put the work in. You have to do the daily work. But putting out content, that's the best way to do it. That's what I told this teacher today. That's what I told that detective from Connecticut a few months back, is start putting out content. You want to become the hub. You want to become like the expert in that industry. And this guy was talking about, he wanted to teach teachers, which is great. Instead of making money online, which is a very, very crowded space, he just wants to teach teachers, you know. So that's a much, much more niche down to approach it, and he's a teacher, so he can relate to them. He knows the issues they're going through, the problems, you know, not making enough money, having all the time off in the summer, you know, things like that. Having Christmas break, you know, you get a 3 or 4 week window where you could work on your side hustle business, so he can relate to them. I'm kind of doing that in a similar way. I'm doing Dadpreneurs. I'm helping dads who are into entrepreneurship, who are entrepreneurs, or who are interested in becoming entrepreneurs, you know. So it's kind of people who are looking to make money online, and I'm kind of doing what I told that teacher. I'm just niching it down to just dads that I want to help. And look what I'm doing. I'm doing Facebook Lives on a daily basis. I take these videos, I upload them to YouTube. I usually turn these videos into blog posts, you know, or I write it out. I don't transcribe it, but I just kind of write out my thoughts from the video, or vice versa. I write a blog post first, and then I do a video. So they're kind of one and the same. I'm just repurposing that content. So I'm putting out a daily blog post, a daily Facebook live stream, a daily YouTube video, and then that blog post is turned into an email where I'm sending out a daily email. So 4 pieces of content I'm putting out daily. Again, it's all about the consistency. This is episode number 46. So just continue doing that. So if you want to start a business, an online business, that is my best piece of advice, is start creating content, preferably daily. That way is going to propel you faster. You could do it on a weekly basis. It's just going to take a little bit longer. Obviously, you want to put out as much content, and you want to promote it in as many places as you can. So that is my advice for just about anyone that wants to start an online business. I'd say that's 97%. There could be some outliers, you know, that they're starting a different type of business, you know, where that might not be the approach. But from what I can think, just about everyone that's looking to start a business, that is the place to start. Start with content, start with adding value, start with positioning yourself in the marketplace as the leader, as the expert, as the trusted authority, that they come to you and create that community. And then you can start selling them. You can start polling them, asking them questions, what else they need help with, and they'll give you specifics, and then you kind of sell them solutions. So it's not that hard. It is work to do, though. There is work to do. There's no push button. Putting out the content is hard. Coming up with ideas is hard. But if you're excited about it and you have a real passion for it and you're kind of involved in it, like this teacher, he's a teacher. He's struggling. He's sick of the struggle. He wants to get out of that. He could probably come up with quite a few content ideas for quite a while. Not to say he's not going to run out at some point. So that is my advice to anyone who wants to start a business, is start creating content yesterday. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Again, start writing, start putting out YouTube videos, you know, and then eventually you can get a website set up. But just start getting the content out daily, and then eventually you can have a website where you can put all the content kind of in one place. So that's my advice to starting a business online. Hey, if you're a dadpreneur, like I was just talking about, if you're a dadpreneur interested in starting a business online, there should be a link to the left or right, up above or below. I'm not sure. Like I said, this video goes out to a few places. Sign up for. I send out a daily email where I give tips and tricks and strategies and things like that. And people love my emails, or some of them do. Some of them think they're kind of out in left field. But I always try to take a family lesson and kind of merge it with a business lesson and kind of tie the two together. So that's what being a dadpreneur is all about. So thanks for watching.